Poplarville. In Poplarville, the wait is over.
The United States Postal Service will finally open a new permanent location tomorrow. The previous post office shut down in January of 2022 after its roof collapsed because of termite damage, forcing workers into a temporary mobile unit while officials searched for a long-term solution. Now, the new brick-and-mortar office inside the former Ramey's Marketplace on South Main Street will open its doors tomorrow at 8:30 a.m.